Welcome back to the finale of Lies of P Overture. I'm glad you've tuned in again, and today we're on the lookout for the last trophies. We'll grab them all and finish the game. Yes, before we get started, I'd of course appreciate it if you give a thumbs up and maybe subscribe as well so you won't miss the next games. And we're starting right from the cave where we left off last time. So friends, let's get going. Enjoy this episode. So let's just walk through here for now, and you just follow the entire path all the way through. There's nothing to pick up here. Everything is kind of along the way. That's why I'm skipping quite a bit here, not only to avoid spoiling things for you, but of course I'll still show you the important stuff. So just keep going straight through until you come to a small cave, and there you'll see a big enemy who's basically right on the main path. And of course we'll take care of him first once we've taken him down. Then of course we can head into the ice cave back here on the right, since it's already open for me because we've already hit the switch here. And here we'll find a nice amulet that we can pick up. Specifically, it's the Shepherd's Amulet. We'll grab that, and it increases the damage of thrown items. Alright, then just keep running all the way through. It's a bit of a longer path again with several enemies. That's why I'm going to skip this part again. There's nothing noteworthy to pick up here, so you don't need to pay much attention. Just make your way straight through until you eventually come out into a snowy area by a small frozen stream or lake, or maybe it's just a puddle, I have no idea. In any case, a bunch of enemies will show up here, and you can also fight one of those big guys. We'll take them all out here, and then you'll just keep moving forward and basically end up in the next section automatically. There really isn't anything here that you could miss. Once you've dealt with that guy, make sure to grab the whetstone in the back. It's called the whetstone coating capsule. And we'll go ahead and pick that up. Also grab the loot from the enemy. Here we are, a colorful Ergo crystal. Then we just keep following the path. It goes on for quite a while, and you'll eventually end up at the mana automatically. So just keep moving forward through here. You'll encounter some tougher enemies along the way, and then you'll reach a bridge. Just keep heading straight ahead. There's really nothing to describe here, so I'm definitely going to skip this part because there's nothing to collect. Just keep walking until you reach the bridge, and you'll automatically end up at the mana later. And now head inside here. I'm going to skip this part as well to avoid spoiling anything for you, since there's quite a bit of cutscene coming up. So just go into the building here, and then the story will continue. And yes, of course, I don't want to give anything away because there are never any spoilers in my guides, and I hope that's okay with you. So go inside, make your way through, open the door, and as I said, there will be quite a few cutscenes. You receive Romeo's letter, and then in the room where you got the letter at that particular moment, you can basically turn around and make your way up the stairs to the upper area. So just head up the stairs here and you'll arrive on the upper floor, and this is where we can continue. First, go straight ahead here. There's not much to collect here at first. There's another small clue by the fireplace, which you can of course read. Otherwise we'll just keep moving forward here, and it's similar to before. There are really a lot of enemies here, but not many loot items. Mostly just notes. Grab the first one here, and that's the Murder Doll's Potential. We've picked it up, and of course we'll take another look behind the statue, but actually there's nothing here. That's what I would have expected though. Well, in any case, let's keep moving forward. Straight ahead, and as you can see, some have been infected here. We can also go in to the right here. Here we also see a few people who are really struggling because they're infected and slowly transforming. They won't do anything to you at first. I don't even know if you can kill them here, but I'm peaceful, guys. I always let them live. Do as you like. Of course, you could also just slaughter them if you want. Other than that, of course, I searched every room here, but there really is nothing at all. So there's really not much to find here, and that's why we're just going to walk straight through. And yeah, then we'll just move on. We'll then come to a big hall where the curtains are beautifully billowing. I actually think it's a cool style, and that's why we're just gonna walk all the way through here. There are a few more zombies here. Seriously, there is really little to nothing to find here. Just keep moving forward, and eventually you'll run into a big guy here, and of course you have to take him down. Once we've taken him out, we'll naturally grab his Lutan acid canister and glowing Ergo chunks, and then we keep going straight ahead. There are still some photos and clues to examine here. Of course, you can take your time to look at everything and search the walls here, because there are a few notes, so to speak, a few story hints. And we'll also take a closer look at those, depending on how much you're interested. In any case, we'll eventually keep moving through here and then reach the next area. Here too, just keep going straight ahead. There's really not much to pick up here. We can open this door here now, which gives us another shortcut. If you don't have enough potions, just go back to the Stargazer first, and then simply come back up here after you've been to the Stargazer and restocked. And now, of course, we can continue here. The Rose Manor here, we are again by the fireplace, and since we've now opened the door, we can go through it, of course. So just head across here and take this path back. And yes, friends, we can just keep going here. You'll see this is the way forward, and there's still a bit more we can pick up here. So just make your way through here and you'll come into the bedroom where there are a few interesting story notes for us to collect. First, be sure to grab the Happy Family Memories right here, and then you'll also notice Carlo waiting for you. Yeah, interesting. Leah, Carlo and Romeo were apparently best buddies, but yeah, let's keep going, friends. And there's another note to pick up here like this. Yeah, Sophia's diary, and of course we'll take that with us. So we'll put that in our bag as well, and from here we'll head straight on. Once we've picked that up, we'll head back out of here. There's really nothing else left to collect in this room for now, so we can just leave, unless you want to look around a bit more, but otherwise we are done here. Of course, I double checked everything, but there really isn't anything else here. So head straight out of the room and then go left here, follow this path, and you'll basically be back on the main trail. Head down here and follow this path, and you'll come to a small area where quite a few enemies will appear. Grab the note here, another letter from an old friend, and here a tougher opponent will show up, so we'll take care of him right away. So first go through here and you'll see a few corpses lying to the right by the door, but we need to go into the right here. There's nothing else to pick up here. So head through here, and now all the kitchen staff, cooks, and who knows what else will show up. And I definitely wouldn't eat anything from them anymore. Once you've taken out all the enemies here, grab the Legion magazine, and then the big brute will come rolling out, of course. We'll take him down as well. I actually played without a helmet at first, I barely even noticed. And that was already the setup for the next video. That's why I had to make a quick escape at first, and then I finished him off here in this room. Well, it's not that far away. So we head back to the main hall and pick up the remaining loot here. There's still a crazy chef wandering around here. Of course, we'll take him out as well and finish him off quickly. Make sure to grab the loot too. And back here in the corner, there's another corpse with a colorful Ergo crystal. Of course, we grab that as well. And then we head into the kitchen here. And from there we can keep going, because there's another item here and a ladder that basically leads down to the wine cellar. So we slide down here and we're already down below. Now things get a bit tricky. We'll pick up everything, of course, but this area is a bit confusing. First, grab the Stargazer, and I'll just let this play out here, because you can simply follow the path, and there are still quite a lot of enemies here that we just took out earlier. So feel free to watch this at your own pace. Of course, I'll include chapters below in case you want to skip this part. you got everything here in the wine cellar? Done. If you finished everything here in the wine cellar, let's climb further now. We'll go up the ladder and there we'll enter a new area. First pick up the node back here in the corner. And be careful, a pretty tough enemy is coming up here. I honestly thought he was really tough. You can definitely take him on now, or you can just move on for now. But it's still quite a long way to the Stargazer. So if you have enough potions and feel confident, feel free to head down here. Because down here, yeah, there's a Chrompolysis and he's tough, I have to admit. I thought he was really intense. Go up to him here and take the guy out, of course, to get some good loot. Yeah, it was quite a brawl with him, but in the end we do get some important story notes to learn even more. And of course, down here we can also open the chest, and naturally there's something nice inside. That's why it's definitely worth taking this guy out. Plus he drops a good amount of Ergo, which we are always happy to collect. So go ahead and open the chest and you'll get a nice quartz here. Then you can head back and continue up the stairs to follow the main path. There's an elevator up ahead that we'll use to go up to the next level. So go through here and open the gate. Somehow I didn't get that at first. The switch is on the outjust, press it once and the thing will open. Then of course you can take the elevator up and continue from there. Once you've reached the very top, just head straight ahead, continuing forward, and you'll find the next safe, which we'll of course crack open to grab something nice and valuable from inside. There are also some interesting notes here that you can read if you want to learn even more about the lore and backstory. Just keep walking straight ahead and you'll also see a huge impressive painting here. Of course you can also take a closer look at that. It also reveals a bit more about the lore, and if you're interested, maybe I'll make a lore video for you. If you'd really like that, feel free to let me know in the comments, since we've just learned a bit more about the past. Just keep walking all the way through here and you'll pretty much automatically end up at the library. And here there are always these hidden switches that open up a secret passage for you, and there are quite a few of them coming up. Of course we'll grab everything, go through here and end up in this secret room where we can already see some things that are pretty interesting. For example, here's the arm, the prosthetic arm, strangely enough. Who could be wearing that? Or is it Romeo's arm? Well, we're not exactly sure about that. We also see a few sketches here that are pretty interesting. You can already spot a boss enemy that most of you should recognize. And yeah, this lab is really well done. But for now, it's best to just move on. Grab the Stargazer here, and of course you can also pick up the node right away to continue from here. So, starting from the Stargazer, let's make sure to take the node with us. For some reason, I'm having trouble with the word node today. I have no idea why. In any case, grab the excommunication ladder and open the wall here with a secret switch, and you'll enter the library. You can already see a blue glow in the back, but we can't get there just yet. We'll save that for the very end. And there's nothing in the back corner here either. So let's just jump down here for now and take care of the minions. And once we've done that, we can collect the ember here. So just keep going straight ahead. And of course, I've already taken out all the enemies here, so this doesn't take too long. So just run straight through here. You'll see something behind a grate here. We can't get that just yet, but go around this way. Feel free to grab the loot from the enemies lying around here. And here we can already press the first switch. Yes, we've pressed it. The door opens here, but there's nothing inside. So now we'll just keep going straight ahead, take out the guy here, and you can basically reach the first item behind the grate. It's lying there in the corner, and of course we'll grab items again, smashing it against the wall with the huge sword. And somewhere from behind another guy showed up, and once again he got smashed against the wall. Well, sometimes it's a bit like that. You know how it is. Picked up the tech crank, then turned around, and back here in the corner we've already been here. We couldn't pick that up this time. But here's another book, or rather a switch, that we can press. And there we can grab another chest behind the secret door. So open it up, and inside the chest there's something really nice, the Mood Amulet. Take that with you, and then we'll turn to the left. We had already pressed the switch here, but this room is currently empty. So let's head out for now and go over here. Grab the electroshock abrasive here, and next to it a new passage has also opened up. But we'll go in there in just a moment. First, let's make a round over here to the back left corner. Yeah, that thing is always confusing, but we can't get it yet. We'll do that in a bit. Head into the back corner here and grab the special resistance ampoule. Then grab a bit more loot here by the ladder. I think that's actually from an enemy. And then climb up the ladder here. Once you're at the top, you'll see a few more things that we'll also be picking up in a moment. For now, it's best to head straight through here, grab the super awesome sharp pipe on the right in the corner, take that with you, and walk all the way through. There are already some enemies coming up here, so be a bit careful. Grab the loot here, Fable, Catalyst, and so on. And you can also discover a few story hints here. Yeah, some of them aren't all that clear. In any case, make sure to head behind the couch back here and grab the glowing arrow chunk. And of course, we can take that with us. Other than that, there wasn't really anything else here for now. But there's still a ladder here, so we can go down and grab the item we already saw earlier. And it's a really awesome throwing sphere. So let's take that with use, and wow, it was definitely worth coming here. But it's still really important that we come here to press the switch. So the bookshelf moves, and then we can continue up here. So head over here, the bookshelf has moved, and now you can cross over and jump across here. To jump, use L3 or R3. Yeah, I messed it up too and fell down at first, but it's not a big deal. That way we can go back into the room and pick up the Miraculous Recovery Ampoule. Now, back up again. Of course, that was all planned. I intentionally jumped down here to pick up the ampoule again. Obviously, that's clear. And that's why we're going back up here. And this time, actually jumping across. So, with L3 or R3, it's one of the two. I think it's actually L3. You can jump when you're running. So, run through here, hold down circle, and then jump across and grab the Miraculous Strengthening Ampoule. Of course, we'll take that with us, then turn around, and now we'll jump back across here. Bam! And then we can head over this way, take out the enemies here, and pick up the item we saw right at the very beginning. So grab the Splendid Ergo chunk here, then head around the corner to the right, use the switch here, and then we can continue on. The door down there will open, and that's actually the main path, so of course we have to go through there. So you absolutely have to find all the switches, and that guy startled me. He's been baptized way too many times or something. well, take out the big guy here and you'll get the Rosengarten key quartz, and of course you can use the Rosengarten key right away. I always find it a bit unnecessary that you get a key and then use it just 10 meters further on. So that's always a bit silly, really. Why not just leave the door open in the first place? But okay, the key does have a bit of, well, law significance. And, well, anyway, we open the door here and, yeah, friends, now we're basically at the end because here is the last Stargazer. Now we should definitely check a few things to make sure you really get everything in the end, because there are still some trophies you haven't gotten yet, which we only receive after the fight. But we still need to go through everything again to make sure we really have it all. So the final battle is about to begin, and we're going to check once more to make sure you really have everything and that you also receive all the trophies accordingly. First we teleport back to the Hotel Grat, and of course you should go back to the Legion machine to create a Legion weapon. At this point you should have all the Legion arms. If not, craft the last one now so that you really have all the Legion arms here. Otherwise you should already have all the weapons by now except for one. We will automatically get the last weapon once we have defeated the final boss. So at this point you should already have all 9 weapons in your inventory. Of course we've already defeated some boss enemies, so we can also exchange the Ergo from those bosses again. You should definitely do this as well in order to get the last 2 weapons. And of course you can also do this later, but I'm going to do it now. Then of course the trophy will automatically drop once we've exchanged the weapons here. So make sure to come back here and exchange the weapons. We need death claws. We basically convert those once, and then we need another weapon that we can exchange for a boss Ergo. So craft death claws once, and then we'll take another weapon as well. Now let's get proof of humanity. No, wait. Hold on. Pale Knight, that's what it's called. That's the one from the Tormented Watcher, and we also need to craft it. We'll take it with us, and then we have all the weapons except one. You should now be missing 5 trophies. You get the first 2 completely automatically when you finish the game, and then do 1 or 2 more things. Collector of all weapons is also unlocked automatically because we'll get the last weapon as well, and thus receive that achievement and have all the weapons. Now the only one left is the trophy for collecting all the records. At this point you should really be missing only a single record, and we'll get that one as well once we've basically finished the DLC and then go pick it up right away, so to speak, the record. But I'll show you that in a moment. And that's basically it. The last trophy that's still left is, of course, the boss, the hidden trophy. And once you've defeated him, that's basically it. And you should really have all the trophies at the end. Otherwise, you didn't pay close enough attention somewhere in the guide. Hope you got everything. If that's the case, then let's head back to the Rose Garden entrance. Go here. Don't want to spoil it. Do the boss fight. I'll maybe upload a boss guide for you. For me, it was easy. I hope they haven't nerfed it. You will then automatically get the trophy, the silver trophy, and of course you'll also get some cutscenes here. We really get the Rose's memory completely automatically. Then the credits roll, and of course we also automatically receive the True Collector of Battle Gear, because we get the last sword, which you should definitely try out, because it's pretty cool. At the end, we also get the secret room key and, of course, the complete set of equipment. And yeah, then we're back outside again. And now a few things have changed in the world here. There will also be a little video for you about what you might have missed. In any case, go to the Stargazer here and then teleport, yeah, actually back into the main game. Because we want to quickly go into Act 2, specifically to the Krat Town Hall. We definitely want to go there because if you've completed Rosaura's quest, there's still something to pick up here. Specifically, we can now basically claim her treasure here. Just run straight through from the Stargazer. The Town Hall is just around the corner here. Of course, there are still a few little enemies, but they're all easy peasy. So just run straight through here. Then go left, and there you'll find the tree from the last drawing. And Rosaura is lying there as well. Yeah, talk to her and she'll give you the last piece of her treasure. Grab the last piece of Rosaura's drawing, and with that you can of course put the drawing together, and yeah, you'll see a few more clues there, some additional hints to help you out. Then go back to Hotel Krat, but in the main game and not the DLC, but the main game, because if you've completed the Painter's quest, you definitely need to go to the portrait here and take a closer look at it. You now change the dark portrait into a bright portrait, and well, you basically get the Ergo whispered to you. Yeah, mysterious. But yes, that's definitely something we can still do after we finish the game. And now we can get something else, namely the last record, of course. And that's why we're now going to head back to Hotel Krat, but the hotel in the DLC, and here there are lots of beautiful white butterflies flying around, where they always say, yeah, white butterflies. I actually think they look more blue, but oh well. Walk all the way through here and go to the tree in the back, because now we have the secret key, which we can use on the gate at the back. Yeah, just go over there and use it. I was wondering what actually happened to the seed. No idea at all. I was actually, it should have come out here now, but okay, I'll have to check again what really happened with this seed. Just walk through here, open the door, and then go inside. Once you're in, you'll also receive the last automatic trophy, namely this one, Enduring Determination. And here in this very spot, you'll also be awarded the final trophy, because of course the last record is located here as well, so you should have everything in the bag now, with nothing left to collect. Simply grab the memory, listen to the thing once, and you'll automatically receive the record. This way you'll also get the corresponding trophy, and with that you have all the trophies. Friends, congratulations. We've played through the DLC completely, 100% collected all weapons, all trophies, everything, and I want to sincerely thank you all. I had a great time again, and thank you so much for sticking with it and basically watching the whole thing through. We're already keeping an eye out for the next games. It'll probably be Death Stranding 2, but let's see how quickly I can get to it. So guys, I'd be happy if you join us again for the next guide. Feel free to give us a thumbs up. As always, subscribe for more content, and see you next time.